What's up guys, and this is Sound Alchemist, and I'm back at it, bringing you 40 facts on the Warhammer 40k universe. And this time we are continuing the lore on the Dreadnoughts, starting with the different variants of Dreadnoughts found in the Loyalist Imperium. So let's dive into this Imperial lore. We begin with the variant known as the Hellfire Dreadnought. This Dreadnought replaces the standard Power Fist with a missile launcher, trading its close combat ability for long-range anti-vehicle firepower. These Dreadnoughts are known as the Fire Support Dreadnoughts, and their missile launcher carries up to 8 crack missiles that are capable of causing severe damage to enemy vehicles. And unlike the missile launchers carried by Space Marine infantry, the Dreadnought is fully capable of firing accurate while moving. The Hellfire Dreadnought can use any weapon in the Astartes armory other than a Dreadnought close combat weapon or other missile launcher as its other weapon arm. The Siege Dreadnought is designed exclusively for assaults against fortified positions. Many Space Marine chapters have equipped their armored Dreadnought battle brothers to siege fortresses and lead their assaults upon other fortified enemy emplacements. They are oftentimes equipped with either an Inferno cannon or a Flamestorm cannon for clearing out enemy infantry from within bunkers, and many times an assault drill arm is also included in order to drill through Ferrocete in a matter of seconds. Siege Dreadnoughts are specialized units and are only deployed when a chapter needs to break through a stubborn static defense line, or during close quarters street-to-street fighting within a city or town. The Ironclad Dreadnought is a standard Mortis Pattern Dreadnought that has been optimized specifically for close combat. It possesses reinforced ceramite plating on the front of its shell, and it can be equipped with multiple different weapons intended to aid in melee combat. They are usually armed with a Dreadnought close combat weapon with an underslug Stormbolter, heavy flamer, or melt-a-gun. Many times these Dreadnoughts wield the epic Seismic Hammer. Oftentimes these Dreadnoughts are used by many Astartes chapters for close combat situations and during sieges, although it is not as effective as the Siege Dreadnought. A Venerable Dreadnought is a variant of the standard Imperial Dreadnought combat walker used by the chapters of the Adeptus Astartes. These Venerable Dreadnoughts have fought in over thousands of wars, and the thing that sets them apart from the other Dreadnoughts is that their occupants are regarded as some of the oldest and wisest Space Marines still in service in the Imperium of Man. These ancient warriors have fought for the Emperor for so long that they have become almost impervious to damage, and that they can only be truly stopped by the complete and total destruction of their armored sarcophagus. The vast amount of knowledge and experience earned by a Venerable Dreadnought places them in high regard amongst the other warriors of their chapter. From the lowliest initiate to the chapter master, all will eventually seek out the advice of one of these ancient warriors. Venerable Dreadnoughts are typically armed in much of the same way that other Dreadnoughts are armed with: a Dreadnought close combat weapon and a long-range weapon arm. The most common close combat weapons found on these Dreadnoughts are bladed Power Fists that are sometimes referred to as Dreadnought Power Claws. Oftentimes, Venerable Dreadnoughts are equipped with extra armor plating, usually in the form of icons of gold that depict the entombed warriors' tales of glorious battles and past victories. Venerable Dreadnoughts can also be equipped with both searchlights and smoke launchers, and any other upgrades that may be unique to their respective chapters. The Chaplain Dreadnought is a unique variant of the standard Imperial Dreadnought combat walker and its venerable counterpart. A Chaplain Dreadnought houses the broken remains of an Adeptus Astartes chaplain. A chaplain is a specialized Space Marine officer who serves as one of the appointed spiritual leaders of a Space Marine chapter. A chaplain afforded the honor of being interred within a Dreadnought becomes a highly respected living shrine to the glory of their chapter. Chaplain Dreadnoughts are treated the same way by their battle brothers as they would any other Venerable Dreadnought, and since many Astartes chaplains are some of the best warriors a chapter has to offer, they are able to provide that same amount of knowledge and insight as other Venerable Dreadnoughts. And now we move on to the chapter-specific Dreadnoughts, beginning with the Blood Angels Furioso Dreadnought. The Furioso Dreadnought replaces the single long-range weapon carried by standard Dreadnoughts with a second close combat weapon. True Furioso Dreadnoughts used by the Blood Angels and their successor chapters use special Dreadnought weapons known as Blood Fists and Blood Talons. These Dreadnoughts can also be armed with two specialized weapons used only by the Blood Angels, known as Magna Grapples and the Feared Frag Cannon. These weapons make the Furioso Dreadnought more effective in medium-range combat, and this Dreadnought has two further specialized variants that are found in use amongst the Blood Angels, including the Death Company Dreadnought. The Death Company Dreadnought are not immune to the effects of the Black Rage that plagues the sons of Sanguinius. When a Blood Angel Dreadnought falls to the Black Rage, it becomes nearly impossible for the chapter to restrain him, and as such he may rage out of control for days until the chapter's Tech Marines can rig a device to disable him. The chapter's sanguinary priests can then judge whether or not the Dreadnought's Astartes occupant should be sedated until the next battle, or relieved of his life so that another may take his place. If the occupant of the Dreadnought is still sane enough to follow direction, he will be moved to the chapter's Death Company, where his Dreadnought body will be able to withstand tremendous amounts of punishments, and his unending rage will result in the deaths of many foes. The Librarian Dreadnought. When a Blood Angel Librarian is critically wounded in combat, they can also be placed inside the armored sarcophagi of a Dreadnought. These Dreadnoughts are known as Librarian Dreadnoughts and are outfitted with built-in psychic hoods and are often equipped with a force weapon, usually a force halberd, in place of the Furioso's Blood Fists. These Dreadnoughts are still capable of unleashing their powerful psychic abilities and are protected by the Dreadnought's thick hull. Librarian Dreadnoughts are extremely rare amongst the Blood Angels and their successor chapters, and even rarer amongst the ranks of other Astartes legions. Another variant used almost exclusively by the Dark Angels is known as the Mortis Dreadnought. Another variant of Dreadnought used almost exclusively by the Dark Angels is known as the Mortis Dreadnought. Mortis Pattern Dreadnoughts differ from all other Dreadnoughts because they use two of the same long-range weapon. These Dreadnoughts make the use of twin-linked double-ass cannons, autocannons, heavy bolters, or missile launchers. And this Dreadnought is capable of laying down a tremendous amount of firepower upon a target, because the Dreadnought's body is such a stable firing platform that it can continue to move and fire accurately. And lastly, we have the Glade Dreadnought, which is one of the rarest and most advanced Dreadnought variants in the Imperial service, and it is used exclusively by the Grey Knights chapter. The Glade Dreadnought, like all other Grey Knight Astartes, makes use of the Aegis. The Aegis is a complex network of protective prayers, runes, and other wards which are inscribed into the chassis of the Dreadnought, and it is psychically charged to provide better protection from sorcerous powers coming from demons and their servants of chaos. The Glade Dreadnought can link its own Aegis field to the psychic defenses deployed by nearby Grey Knight battle brothers, thus creating a series of reinforced psychic wards that's much stronger than what an individual Grey Knight can project on their own. And that's all the lore I have for you guys today. Sit tight, because next time we will be going into the forces of chaos and their demonically infused Dreadnoughts. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit us a like so you guys can let us know that you do enjoy all these 40k lores. Don't forget guys, we do have many giveaways going on for us reaching 40k subscribers, so check out those videos for a chance to win. We do have a Patreon page, so head on over there where your dollar can help us get you more epic 40k videos. And I will end it by letting you guys know that you have heard lore from the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I am signing out.